So we're looking at page 22, question 13. Complete the table of values for the relation f at x equals the square root of x and graph the data. Okay? So let's do that. Is the relation a function? Explain. Could you have identified whether the relation was a function from the data in the table of values? Explain. Okay, let's try and do that. Okay. So here's my table of values. I have x, and I'll write f at x here. So when, oops, why did I do it like that? This should be x, and that's f at x. Okay, so when x is 0, f at x is root 0. When x is 1, f at x is just 1. What happens when I have minus 1? Well, when I have minus 1, I try and take the square root of minus 1. I can't do that. Okay, what about when it's 2? It's a square root of 2, whatever that is. So I know that if I do 4, I'll get 2. In fact, I also know that I have a bunch of numbers here, but if I do 9, I'll get 3. So how does this graph look? I have this graph, and I know that x can equal 0. X cannot be anywhere negative because I get the square root of it, of a negative number. I can't do it. But when x is 1, f at x is 1. So this is x. This is, just like y, this is f at x. 2 is root 2. That's kind of hard. But when I get to, when I get to 1, 2, 3, 4, by the time I get to 4, I have a 2 there. By the time I get to 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, f at x is 3. So it looks like it's actually a parabola. Okay. Yeah. Well, what about, can y, or f at x, ever equal negative? No. Well, can it? Actually, let's see. Actually, the truth is, what is the square root of 1? It's positive and negative 1. What's the square root of 4? Oops. Well, positive and negative 2. What's the square root of 3? Positive and negative 3. So actually, 2 and 3. I could just graph it like that. And it's actually an inverted, kind of rotated parabola. Now, is this relation a function? No, it's not. It fails the vertical line test here and here. Could you have identified whether the relation was a function from the data in the table? Yeah, because x goes to 2 values, right? X maps to, positive or negative, x maps to 2 possible values, and therefore positive and negative 3. Therefore, it is not a function. Okay?